Welcome to Great Talk and Entertainment. I'm your host, KJ. This is the podcast where we review movies and TV shows from all your favorite superheroes, including Marvel Comics, DC Comics, and much more. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Great Talk and Entertainment official channel. Let's go, baby! As we continue on the new Disney Plus series by Marvel Studios, by the new show called She-Hulk, Attorney of Law, Episode 9 review, and this is the final episode for the season finale of Season 1 of this show. So again, this is a spoiler review. You've been warned. If you have not seen the show, definitely just pause this. Give me a thumbs up to help this channel grow. Go watch the whole Season 1 of She-Hulk, Attorney of Law, Season 1, basically, right? And go watch it and come back, check out all my reviews and this one, and I would definitely love to hear your guys' opinion about the show, your comments, your MCU theories. And I would love to hear your guys' feedback on how I'm doing so I can always do better and provide you the best content I can. So thank you for supporting me, and please, 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 again, you've been warned, this is a spoiler, so let's get in. The season finale, episode 9, goes off the rail with a big mayhem of chaos. Starts off with She-Hulk having a dream by giving us that 70s Incredible Hulk TV show vibe. Just recapping of like how she got the blood of her cousin Bruce Banner into her, what was going on in her origin story for episode 1, even 2. Current episode where she wakes up in the same jail cell that Abomination, aka Olansky, was in, which we learn that he goes back in later on in this episode. We also get a Nikita and Pug team up, just trying to figure out why the intelligence is this, who's running it, and Nikita was using Pug's information to spy on them and find information and learn, and we learn that Todd is the one who started intelligence. Todd is the one that's gathering more people to create a army of Hulk-like things, because he does use the Hulk blood and puts it in the system, and he obviously just grows into a really big giant Hulk thing. Kind of reminds me of like the live action Scooby-Doo, where you see Scrappy-Doo kind of monster out or Hulk out in a way. I actually like that just because Pug was really nervous and he's like, "What? You want me to walk in there with an Airbud?" And she's like, "Yeah, Airbud does it. You'll fit right in." And you see in this episode where people are just very like against women having power. Todd was like, "Oh, this should be our power, not should be her." Everybody's rallying up and he's trying to build a little army to stop her, but obviously, that's probably not going to happen. Um, what else happens? Abomination is the one who set up the gathering slash party, even though that She-Hulk is staying over there at the retreat because she's trying to get through some stuff. She got on parole, and they have that same gadget thing to control her Hulk growing, and obviously, she don't need it now, but she's staying at the retreat. She's trying to figure out why this is going on, and then she walks into where Abomination's at and sees it and realizes that was Todd, and she gets really angry. And then in this episode, it gets very crazy events. We see people just coming out of nowhere, like her cousin Hulk just coming out of nowhere, knowing that he left to outer space. We know that Titanium just barges in and she never uses the door, according to Nikita. And just all things. I mean, then we see She-Hulk as herself just breaks the fourth wall because she realized these characters are out of place. The story's not making any sense. Like I said, this episode just went off the rail and was crazy. And she breaks the fourth wall, like I said, and she's talking about how this not makes sense. So she punches out of her own reality, exists into the Disney Plus like app world, and she jumps into the Marvel Assembles where she actually exists in our reality, where she's meeting like the writers and the director Jessica Gao, and they're coming up with ideas, and they're talking about, well, what would Kevin do? Blah blah blah, and She-Hulk's trying to meet Kevin, and they're like, oh, we'll kill for Kevin. And it's a little crazy, right? It's just some funny comedy stuff, and you know, she finds out where she's at or where Kevin's at, and it's literally one of the Disney studios in California, and I know there is an actual one in California. And then we discover that who Kevin is. Kevin is a robot, an AI robot who collects data for the algorithm of the MCU and reads comic books, takes feedbacks, kind of like the actual Kevin Feige. Even has like a built-in cap like thing that looks like the hat that Kevin Feige would wear when you see the actual Kevin Feige um, do interviews or whatever, do a presentation for the next Marvel phase or whatever. But they go and have these weird conversations, and she's explaining like this needs to change and this needs to change, and what she would want, and she makes references like she smashes things like Matt Murdock. That was funny. Um, just money things, but at the end of this episode, you see not the end of the episode, but you see at the end of this conversation that Kevin finally gives She-Hulk what she wants. They even make jokes about how expensive it is to do the Hulk VFX graphics and whatnot, the CGI, very expensive stuff. We'll talk about it later. And then she finally goes back to her reality and continues on where Todd finally gets arrested. Uh, Abomination goes back to jail willingly because he made a huge mistake, and a lot of questions about that. And we get Daredevil, who just falls from the sky like a Fortnite character, and then when we get later on that and closer to the end of this episode, they have a family dinner where Matt Murdock's joining, and it's like the Fast and the Furious type thing. And then we learn that the Hulk shows up and introduces his son, Sakara. I think that's how you say it. And it's very questionable and really no things. But one fun, cool thing is this is the first time that Daredevil has met the Incredible Hulk. This is it. This is the first time in the MCU. So a great episode, honestly, just because it is very different. It is weird. It is off the rail, like I said earlier, but it really was a She-Hulk series. It was very awesome. This was a great. I hope they do make another season 2 of She-Hulk. Just not just because I want to see more Bruce Banner and stuff, but I think like I would love to see more episodes of her just going doing episodes of just being a lawyer, uh, defending other Marvel characters, saving the world. I know it's a very expensive thing. I get it, which we'll talk about again. Uh, but it was just a great season. This is one of my top 5 uh, Disney Plus shows from the MCU for this year. And again, I just want to point out later, like in December, I will do my top 5 Disney Plus series for this year that has came out. Uh, it might be a little different. I might have to readjust it, but there's a lot I want to cover on this, and I definitely really like this show. So I'm definitely giving this a 10. Uh, just to get this out, I'm giving season 1 a straight 10. Like it was a great season, and like I said, I hope they definitely give us a season 2. So now let's get into our first topic, Kevin. So is the MCU broken because of this? I would say, for short answer reasons, no, it's not. I think this is She-Hulk's version of breaking the fourth wall, and they're just giving you like how her version of breaking the fourth wall is going to be different from like Deadpool, and she's more logical. She's more trying to figure out like, no, this don't make sense. This don't make that. Don't do this. You should do this. But it's just, I think it's just funny. It's just a Kevin is just a, it's just an AI robot that's just making, where I think they're just making fun of Kevin Feige, but this is just Kevin Feige saying that, he's nothing like, he's nobody special, but I mean, Kevin Feige is the gatekeeper of the MCU. He's the guy that oversees all the decisions for the Marvel Studios projects. He is the guy that Kevin Feige just does his best to please the audience, the fans, and you can't please everybody. That's just the harsh reality. And the whole scene was that it was just a parody of Kevin Feige, basically. Just, you know, this AI robot is just reading comic books, listen to feedbacks, trying to see what works, what's popular, what's not, you know, algorithm stuff, like, and they're trying to be less. I think they're just realistically just being funny about it. I don't think he's an evil robot, not like Westworld or Barry, just nothing like that. I think it's just a funny parody of Kevin Feige, and because you saw the writers and you saw the director Jessica Gal there, and they, they have created so much scenarios and endings, and like again, Kevin Feige is the guy that approves all this stuff, so it's just very interesting. I just think it's cool. I think really no meaning. They even made like the X-Men reference, and Kevin the AI robot's like, not yet, not yet. Just funny things. Nothing really, but I did want to make sure though, guys, that I was gonna make a off the rail theory for you guys. What if this was gonna be something else more than just a one-time scene of Kevin the AI robot? I did take the time to think about that. I did take the time to figure out what would be the way. So it's who built it. So that's my question. Who built Kevin, the AI robot? So like I said, I just want to make clear that I know in my heart that I think that this is just a parody spoof. I don't think it's going nowhere. I think it was just a funny joke because it just was just funny. I think the writers and the director Jessica Gal just wanted to do this, and they thought this would make sense and be fit perfect in their season 1 of this show. So I just want to make this clear, like, it's just a theory. I'm just doing this for fun. I'm not saying this is going to actually happen. But if I wanted to break it down like this is how I break it down. So who built it? I think it's, if I went back and kind of just studied, I paused it, just kind of studied it. I think if I had to do a crazy theory, it would be like, I think it's connected to the TVA and Kang the Conqueror. I think, like, we know who built Ultron. We know Ultron was an AI that built other AIs, and it was evil. And I think, I think, like, who's pulling the strings? Who built this thing? And I think maybe there is a watcher for our reality, or represents our reality within the MCU, right? I think, or this is Kang the Conqueror controlling how all the Avengers and Marvel characters' destiny will end or begin, and perhaps. So, if I had to, I'd say Uh, it would have to do something with King the Conqueror and the TVA. I think this, if they were gonna do something, I think this would tie in for Loki season 2. So that's just my theory. If I wanted to go off the rails and try to convince myself and you, the audience, that I think there's a bigger picture to this Kevin AI, and I think it would have to do with Kang the Conqueror, the TVA, and Loki season 2. So that's what I think if they go that, but I don't really think they're gonna do any more with this. May Another easy one I can think of that's not, that I could see if they wanted to show this Kevin AI, would be Deadpool 3. That'd be cool. Or maybe Sony. I know they're doing the Madam Web, and maybe they might put that in the Madam Web, but that's between up to Sony Studios and Kevin Feige and Marvel Studios and Disney to even want to work that out. But that's it. That's all I really got about that. Other than that, I really thought it was cool. And like I said, I think it's just a parody spoof to Kevin Feige. I mean, he's a guy who doesn't want to appear in the Marvel films. He doesn't want to be the Stan Lee. I think he to me, Kevin Feige is just a guy who wants to create these projects the way, as a comic book fan he is, and just a fan of superheroes like you and I are. So that's what I think really what that AI represents, just the love for superheroes and the love for the MCU and all that. So that's nothing really special. Um, let's talk about the next topic is World War Hulk movie. So is this a thing? Is this going to be a thing? Because now we have the Hulk son Scar. He is the son of the Hulk basically, and just let me just break it down as far as like his appearance. So obviously his haircut's okay. Like he looks like he has the same baldness like I have going on, and I'm like, what? Like I always think, because I'm looking. If you look at his comic book drawings, like Scar has long hair. He's fully beautiful and strong. Not strong, kind of have the a little baldness going on, but maybe he's a teenager and this is his rebellious. Um, I don't know, but because he never said nothing. They don't know. I don't know how he talks. I don't know what but that I don't know. I don't know. But here's what I think. Who's his mother? Well, we know who. I don't know his mother. I forget who his mother was in the comic books. But we gotta know where's his mom at? And usually this is some Disney stuff. Because if you remember, like, Kevin, She-Hulk was talking to Kevin, like, why does everybody have these daddy issues? Tony Stark, uh, Star Lord, just Thor, Loki, just talking about. So this is kind of like, maybe Scar has mom issues, mother issues. I don't know. Uh, that's what I think. Where I think that's where that line when She-Hulk said that is gonna pay off if they do a World War Hulk movie. Which it's like, okay, so are they doing this or not? But it seems like they're doing something. They're making. But I better stop saying the World War Hulk. I'll just say, like, it looks like they are gonna make another solo film for the Incredible Hulk. Um, it seems like there is a green light to it. I don't truly know if what they're gonna do, but it seems like they are. Like I said, I think they are. I think they are gonna do a Incredible Hulk, another Incredible Hulk movie, and I think this is gonna be like about Sakaar, and but here's another question: is the Hulk like? How did the Hulk not know? Like, how did Bruce Banner not know? Uh, what would the Hulk say? Like, I'm talking about aggressive Hulk smash type Hulk. Like we know in the third Thor film, Ragnarok, or Ragnarok, sorry. We know that he doesn't like the idea that people don't like him. He or they think he's scary. Like he wants to be treated better, and they never again. These are issues that they kind of pause because of well Thanos basically, and they what the and then they're trying to do something. They're creating something for we're gonna get an MCU phase where the Hulk is gonna have his own film. We're gonna get an MCU phase where there's other Hulks, and it's like, what is it? Where they're going with it? But how do you bring, or if they want to? So if 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 people are hoping for the Incredible Hulk, like angry Hulk, like Hulk smash again, like that. How do you bring that Hulk back? What do you have to do? Or how does Marvel Studios move forward with the Smart Hulk? How like what is this going? And will She Hulk be in this? So it's so much. So uh did he know? I see this that's my one thing I'm concerned is what's the best route? And this is just my opinion about it. I think to me, I think some way somehow they have to get they have to go back to Angry Hulk. They have to find a way that the Hulk went back to being the Hulk. And because I think the biggest question is, how would the Hulk, not Bruce Banner, but how would the Hulk want to raise his son? What would that relationship be? Like, yes, Bruce Banner is the father of Scar because it's one body. And how did Bruce Banner not know if they shared the same body? It means they share the same brain and memory. But again, if you're noticing, now, Bruce Banner, Hulk was in control for this many long time, from Age of Ultron to the third Thor film. And now we have Bruce Banner in control since Infinity War to now. So the Hulk has been really contained for a really long time. And we know that Bruce Banner added more gamma ray to him to put the brains and the bronze together. So why is this happening? Where is this going to go? But I truly think that they have to go back to Angry Hulk. I think either Kang the Conqueror or Doctor Doom. I think Loki, a Loki variant could be. I mean, if you remember one of the older Marvel animation movies, where Loki separated Bruce Banner and the Hulk and just send the Hulk out to destroy Thor and stuff and Asgard and whatever. I think they could go that route, a similar route like that, but you would have to get a variant, another Loki, a variant Loki to do that. And Marvel Studios not afraid to have variants of different of your MCU characters, right? So we already know like there's different Wandas in the multiverse because in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, you saw a Wanda who was like, who had her kids, and she was kind of like freaking out, but she understood that, okay, she was so calm about it, but she understood that this something like this would happen. And then now you got the Wanda in 616 that we all know and love, right? She's either still trying to find her, get her kids or whatever, but it's one of those, right? I also just think that if they did that, like I said, with a variant of a Loki who would pull that off, that would make sense. Kang the Conqueror could. He'd be the big bad. He is the big bad villain for that. And then I also see Doctor Doom, because Doctor Doom is a villain who would want to harvest the Hulk and She-Hulk at this point, and now Scar, because now Scar literally exists in the MCU, and I think we're gonna, in the next phases, we're gonna get more villains coming for the Hulk's blood, and now She-Hulk's and Scars. So I think that's what's gonna be, and I think they're not. I think they're wanting to, but obviously we gotta. Here's reality: making a Hulk movie with that many Hulks, including and add the Abomination. Uh, just producing a movie like that would is very expensive. Like it would cost a lot. So you, to be honest, the test screens, when they test screens, the chemistry of these actors have to be on point. It would have to be really good. Like it it it, it it's got to be like, I would compare it to the Netflix show Stranger Things. The cast have really great chemistry together to make people invested into that show and watch it, and to wait however long Netflix takes to release the next season or whatever spinoffs that they always say, and then sometimes they never do it, and then you wait 10 years or 5 years, what it feels like. But that's another thing, because then you got uh now, and they're building a, I know people have beef with the Young Avengers things, but it's like it why not? I mean, it's a way I would want to go, is to have the young. I think a Young Avengers should exist in the MCU. I think that's what we all want. I know I want that. But again, the test screen, even okay, even that, a Young Avenger, you have another Hulk. You know, the test screen of these actors, because you would have, think about all the, like Thor has kind of a daughter. We know, like Kate Bishop, she's a daughter, like a daughter figure to Hawkeye, and then you have like the kid from Falcon the Winter Soldier. He's part of the Young Avengers. You have Ms. Marvel. These actors, test screen wise, they would have to have some really good chemistry, because having a Hulk with the CGI and VFX effects is really expensive to frame by frame, shot by shot, movement by movement, just to have the thing to do the thing, and it's going to be expensive. So like, I I see that Marvel Studios and Disney is willing to invest. They seem like they're willing to invest in this. They're willing to go for it. But the payoff has to be big. Like it's gotta sell tickets. It's gotta be a great, good story, and the cast have to be on point. And I think they're really Marvel Studios, especially Kevin Feige himself, is really protecting this Hulk project film very close because he wants to make sure it's gonna be the best of the best, like the Avengers best, the Spider-Man. It's got to be like Spider-Man No Way Home good, or Homecoming, or Far From Home. Like it's gotta get there, and it's a challenge. It's gonna be a challenge, but I think that this, just like I said, them just introducing Scar is the next step. And honestly, to be quite fair, I think they're going to do this, but I personally, again, I would like to hope they would bring back angry Hulk, the Hulk that we all grew up and know and love, that we want to see. Like, I like Smart Hulk, but I miss Hulk Smash. Like, I miss that. Like, and I hope we get that. And I trust Marvel Studios whatever way they go to, because they always make great films. To me, that's just my opinion. But uh, I think there's a lot to this, and I definitely want it. I definitely want this. Like, and then the next one I want to get into is Todd. What's next for Todd? Now Todd's just going to jail. He's locked up, and so pretty much he's on pause. He's on the sideline. I think I think I think he's still the Madman, which that's just another Red Hulk. But I think you'll see him again either in Thunderbolts or the next Captain America film, New World Order, and I think he's gonna be underneath the leader. Like Todd works for the leader, and I think at some point when Todd gets out of jail, aka when they're ready to use that character again, I think uh, Captain America or the Thunderbolts movie is where you'll see Todd again, because I think there's going to be a beautiful, beautiful, like, it's gonna make sense. Like, it's gonna make sense. Just like the Infinity Saga. We're in the multiverse of madness, or not multiverse, but the multiverse saga, and I think we're getting into the next phase of Marvel's phase, where Hulk is the star, or the beginning of it, or the one's going to end the next MCU phase for 2024, 2025, and so forth. So I think that's what I think. So I think Todd is on pause. So he's in jail. He'll be locked up for a minute. But I think Marvel Studios is going to use that character again. And I think there's going to be something else. So that's what I think. As far as this whole season, I love this season. It was a great show. I think that we need more of She-Hulk. I think She-Hulk needs more. I think they should do a season 2. I would love to see episodes of, just like I said, like her being in court, defending other Marvel characters in court. I would love to see more She-Hulk versus Daredevil battles in court, and I would love to see them team up together in court to defend somebody very dangerous or innocent, like Spider-Man or Ms. Marvel or Captain Marvel. I don't know, anybody. I just think it would be great, and I just think that I would love to see Daredevil and She-Hulk's relationship go to the next step. I don't know, but I really love this season, and I really want more of She-Hulk season 2. So, as far as I'm telling you guys, this is literally in my top 5 so far of the MCU on Disney Plus show content. So, I definitely like it. I wish there was more episodes, but that's okay because I will be reviewing the next Marvel films and shows as usual. So I got you. So that's my review. Definitely 1 out of 10. I'm giving it a 10. So thank you for listening to my podcast. Thank you so much. So please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Great Talk and Entertainment Official Channel. Please share this with your friends and family to help this channel grow so that I can always do better for you and give you more content. Thank you and peace